see inside, make sure you have the remix on. So when you click remix, you can go inside the game, and then you can see what the game is currently doing. So right now I have a tank. I can rotate. I have a map, and then I can shoot the tank. And it's gonna every time you shoot the tank, it's gonna tell you how much life he has left. And then of course we can also rotate, and we can also look around the map. Okay, so our mouse is the one that we're using as a um, what's it as a what is it called? As aiming. Okay, so now that we have this, the first thing hopefully everyone has this. So again, all we're doing is just remixing the game. I'm gonna post the link again to the chat. So I think Min just joined, so you can just click on the chat and just remix the project. Um, because we are going to move on today with our own health and power ups and healing. Okay, so you can play around with the game. You can shoot with spacebar, move around with WASD, and then use your mouse to aim. Okay, is everyone ready to start?
Yeah.
Okay, now that hopefully everyone has this game open, the first thing we're going to do is, of course, we're going to set how much health we have to our current character, or what our character is, the blue tank. So if you press play, you'll see that the tank right now, you can get shot at and nothing happens. The tanks get near you, nothing happens. So to you, nothing is happening. So what we need to fix that.
Wait,
We need to,
I don't see the link.
I posted on the chat here. Let me post it again. You see it now? You see it now, Min? Were you able to click on it? Okay. Okay, so like I was saying, our tank right now doesn't have any health. So let's start off with making a health variable for our tank. So we're gonna first set up our variable. So let's go to the left and let's click on variable. So everyone can see my screen, right? Yeah. Let me zoom in just a bit to see my script. Okay, so we're gonna click on our tank bottom. So that's our tank that we're going to it's going to have the health, so make sure you have that selected. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to click on variables, and we're going to make a variable. Okay, so click on make variable. It's going to show you this blue screen.
Got it.
Okay, oh, perfect. So now in the new variable name, what we're going to do is we're going to make our variable, we're going to call it player health. Player health, and make sure you click on for, well, not for all sprites, it's fine. Player health. And then make sure you press OK. Okay. Is everyone good?
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we have our player health, what we want to do is we need to set our player health, so how much health we're going to start off with. And then every time we bump into the enemy or the enemy shoots us, our health is going to go down. Okay. So let's click on a when I start as a when the flag is clicked. Sorry. So when the flag is clicked, my health is going to be it's going to start at a different number. So we're gonna go back to variables and we're gonna grab a set block. So we're gonna set and then we click on the variable and then change it to player health. Okay, and then here we can specify how much health our player is going to start off with. So I'm going to, for this example, I'm going to put 5. Okay, so it's going to take 5 hits until they destroy my tank. Okay, so we're going to get set, and we're going to set the player's health to 5.
What's this one?
All right. So now that we have our player health set to 5, here is where we're going to ask, did we touch something or did something touch us? And that something is going to be tank 2. Okay. So if we take a look at tank 2, so you click on tank 2, it's going to give you a if you go to costumes, it's going to give you 2 profiles. So the first one, 2 costumes. The first costume is the actual tank. The second costume is a projectile. Okay, we want the projectile only when it's the second one. When the tank touches us, we don't want to lose health. We only want to lose health when the projectile is this projectile is shown. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here where we have tank 2. So make sure you have tank 2 selected.
Hey,
And then we're gonna go here to this script that says, is it
excuse me?
yes?
When I went to customs, the second one, I didn't see the purple dot.
Say that one more time.
I didn't see the purple dot when I went to customs.
Oh, so make sure you have tank 2 selected. So tank 2, and then go to costumes, and it should be the purple dot should be there.
I still don't see it.
Can you share your screen?
Okay. What's the sharing?
It doesn't let you
Share.
share?
Okay, shared it.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's take a look. You're right. Yours is blank. Why is yours blank? That's interesting.
I remember doing it last time though.
Okay, just make a purple dot then. Yeah, just make it there. Make sure it's centered. So just make it however you want. And then use the mouse tool and then make sure you center it. Move tool, sorry. That's fine. That's fine. Just a purple dot is fine.
How do you get rid of this?
Press backspace or delete. Yeah. Okay, use the first button. It says it's the mouse, the move tool. No. You have the circle tool still enabled. The mouse tool is the first. Yeah, that one. And then move it. No, that's yeah. What is that? No, just move your circle into the center. Click on your circle, and then snap it in the center. Perfect, like that. Yeah, good. Oh, you're using your project. Okay.
Huh?
I thought you were using the remix project. You're using your own project. That's good.
You didn't click on the link.
You did?
You didn't. I was supposed to click on that.
Yeah, but
But,
yours is different. Your background is different from my background. But that's fine. If you have last time's project, it should work. Okay. So let me go back to my presentation. It looks like you found your purple dot, or you made your purple dot. Sorry.
Is it right there? Why is the purple dot right there?
Just change it to the other costume. So click on costume, and then click on the red tank again to set a default. Yeah, because your purple when you click on the purple dot, you set that as default skin. So all you have to do is just select it again. Hmm. That's good. Okay, so let me go back to my presentation. Let's see. Okay, so now that we have that, we are going to go to, like I said, let's click on tank 2 and go to the code. Okay, inside the code, if we scroll to this script says if ID equals 2. Do you guys see this script? It says when I start as a clone, and then says if ID equals 2, not equals, sorry, it's just one equal sign. If ID equals 2, did you guys find that?
I don't have one like that.
You don't have one like that? Can you share your screen? I can probably find it.
No, that is not the right one. I can't. I don't have. Um,
Well, that's why. Can you share your screen so I can help you? Okay, let's see. It's that one. It's that one right there.
this
Yeah,
one
that's the one.
looks different than yours.
Um, yeah, it has one difference. It's just mine has an or, yours doesn't. But yeah, they're the same.
Where did it go? Oh, that's all.
Yeah, just I just wanted you to find it. I haven't done anything yet.
Where is
Everyone,
it?
it's the one in the bottom. The one that says ID equals 2 on your
I,
script. No, no, your script that's down there, right there. That's the script we're looking at.
huh?
That
What it?
that chunk of code that is called a script.
Stuff?
Yeah, that stuff. That's the one we're looking for. Okay, so don't move anything yet. I haven't got to that, so I just wanted you to find it. So you found it. Let's we're gonna move on. Anyone else having trouble finding the code? Everyone okay? Okay. So let's move on. So like I said, this is the code we want to edit, because here, if you take a look, it says repeat until touching the edge or touching the tank bottom. We want to check when we touch the tank bottom. So here we're going to grab an if variable. So grab an if variable, and we're going to put it right underneath our repeat until. Okay. And then this delete this clone is going to be inside, so just drag it out. We don't want this delete this clone inside the if. Okay. So all we did is grab the if block. I mean, so if blank, then and then it's blank. Okay, we're not putting anything inside, and then it's right after repeat until. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to check only if we are touching the tank bottom. Okay, if we're touching the tank bottom, that means we're now going to subtract the player's health. Whatever health it is, it's now going to be subtracted by 1. So now he's going to start losing health. So here we're going to go to sensing, and we're going to say touching. We're going to grab the first block, and we're going to say touching tank bottom. Okay, if we are touching the tank, we are going to subtract. So we go to variables, and we're going to change our enemy health. Sorry, not enemy health. Change health by -1. Okay. So it's going to subtract whatever health we have, and it's going to subtract it by 1. Hey, does everyone have it?
I have a problem.
What's your problem?
Um, my tank bottom has a WS at the end. Why does it have a WS at the end? It's supposed to be tank bottom.
Say that one more time. Sorry.
So mine has a tank bottom, but it's in a WS. I didn't have that. It is supposed to be tank bottom only.
Yeah, it's supposed to be just tank bottom. Can I see your code? Can I see your screen again?
I presented already.
Okay, let me see. It just popped up on mine. Okay. Where do you see? Sorry.
CWS.
Can you zoom into your code? I can't really see what's going on. Oh, yours is just called tank bottom WS. I think you just renamed it WS. So to rename it again, click on the tank bottom. No, the tank bottom. The script. The sprite. Click on the sprite. Tank bottom.
Yes,
The sprite. No. The sprite is on the bottom right. The blue tank. Click on the blue tank. On the bottom right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, you see the name? It says tank bottom and then space WS. It says sprite on it's on the properties box. It's right there. Okay, move your mouse. Move your mouse to the right. To the right, a little bit more. But then go a little bit lower. Okay, move to the right. No, the properties box is on the right. Yeah, right there. You see the numbers? It says size, direction, 0 on the X, 0 on the Y.
Yes.
Yeah, right there. That's where you change it. So remove WS and then remove the extra space. Yeah, there you go. Now it's just tank bottom. Okay.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Now it changes it just to tank bottom. Okay. Anyone else having issues? Right. Now that you have this, you can actually press play, and you can see your health go down when the tank starts hitting you. Like for example, on my screen, it says now I'm at 1, and now I'm going to negative because the tanks are hitting me, and it's just it's doing what I'm telling it to. It's just subtracting 1.
They're not getting me.
For me, it doesn't work. As long as they keep taking damage, it will not
I can shoot them and stuff, but they can't hurt me. They can't shoot me back.
Fernando.
For
me, as long as they keep shooting, it will not take any damage.
Yeah,
you
me
won't
too.
take any damage, or they.
Well, actually, mine, when they ram into me, I don't take any damage.
Yeah, they're not supposed to take. Oh, you're not supposed to take any damage when they ram you. Only when they shoot you, then you take damage.
Oh.
On mine,
yeah, they don't do.
Wait, but they keep on shooting me, and I'm not taking damage.
Okay, can you share your screen, Adam?
Okay. Click on the yeah, there you go. Yep, and then click share. It works.
Okay, let's see what you have. Oh, I see. You have the wrong variable. Can you stop playing? You see the variable that you have is called player health. The variable you're changing is called health. So change that to player health. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay, see your health is going down. You see
Okay.
it says 12. Okay. This was just a small thing. Okay. Does yours work too, Benjamin? Okay. Theo, do you let me see your screen. Can you share your screen again so I can see what's going on?
I'm gonna press play, okay?
Okay.
So they can't shoot me. And they can't even attack me. Something's kind of wrong, Mom.
Okay, I'll check it in a bit. Min. Let me just help Theo. Okay, can you stop playing, Theo? Okay, let's take a look. Can you move in your script so I can see what's going on?
Like this?
Yeah. But you need to zoom in just a bit more because I can't see.
This?
For now you can zoom make it full screen
This?
so I can see. Yeah. Can you zoom in just a bit? I can't see. Okay, let's see. Can you scroll up just a bit?
Yeah?
No, scroll up. Can you move to the left? No.
Like this or this?
No, that's to the right. So left is the other way. And
This?
go up. Can you scroll up? Can you go up? Here we go. No, that's the tank. Can you zoom out? Can you zoom out just a bit?
Out?
Zoom out, yeah. Can you scroll down? You scroll down. Scroll down. Is that all the code you have?
Yeah.
Okay, you are missing something. Because it has nothing. I think it might be inside the forever block that you're missing something. When it says when ID equals 1. Okay, let me see if I can find the block.
I mean, this the block that has when I start as clone. If ID equals 1, then
Yeah.
forever block.
Yeah. So take a look at this block. Look at my screen. So this is the block that you're missing. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to.
I can't see a screen because I'm presenting.
Let me present again. Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the block you're missing. Okay, so I'll
ID.
give you a couple of minutes or I'll give you 1 minute to copy it down.
I get an if equal. You have to get an if block, right?
Yeah, I think you already have an if block. You just need the forever. Or do you have an if block? I forget. I don't.
I don't have an if block, but I have a forever block.
Okay. Well, like I said, just copy what's on the screen.
So I put
Okay.
the
For
if block.
everyone else, what you guys can do is you guys can find new pictures for our
Is the
projectiles.
forever block inside of the if block?
Yeah. For everyone else, you guys can find projectiles. So go to Google and look for different type of projectiles. So if you guys want to throw missiles or other things other than purple circles, you can. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do power ups. So whenever you grab that power up, it's gonna grant you like 10 seconds of a different weapon, and then that weapon's gonna go different,
I already
directions.
have this level.
Okay, so you guys can go on Google and look for different types of
Let me
projectiles,
get that one.
or you can draw your own. If you want to draw your own, you can just go to costumes. So where it says projectile, just draw different costumes.
Wait, I need help with uh, you so which block is it?
Which one? No, what are you talking about?
Is this the green block?
Oh, hold on, I can see your screen. Which one? That is an if block.
Well, yeah, I know. But I
It's
know
a greater than
the
sign.
green block. The green
Yeah,
block. Which one
it's a
is
greater
how
than sign.
which one is that?
That's why you're the greater than the first one. Is the
This
one
one?
pointing to the right.
This one?
No, no, you were the right one. You were looking at the right one. That
This
one.
one?
Yeah.
Then what?
And your forever is in the wrong location. The forever is, um, it's after the if, but before the if you're currently on. So grab your forever loop. No, 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 that's your if. Your forever. Yeah, and then drag it in between. Yeah, there you go. Correct.
Then distance at tank bottom.
That is on the light blue.
Distance to what is just it's a
Make sure you put it on the second circle. Yeah, right there. Let it go. Yeah, move your yeah. There you go.
okay. After that is a dark
Variable.
woman.
Yeah,
Variable.
variable, and then we're gonna set ID. And then change instead of health, change it to ID. And change ID to. And then grab one more. And then set ID to 1. And you just have to create a clone of myself. So set. Right below the set ID to. ID.
To 1.
Yeah, 1. And then put it right underneath set ID to. Yeah. Okay. And then go to the orange blocks, the light orange control. And we're gonna scroll down until we see create a clone of ourselves. Myself, and then put it in between 2 and 1. Good. And then we're gonna scroll up on the code, and no, just myself. Okay, and then we're gonna grab a wait block. Oh, wait 1 second. And put it right up. Yeah, correct. That's it. Press play, and then it should be able to shoot. Is it shooting
Not
enough?
taking any damage.
What's that?
Not taking any damage. right? Did I take the damage?
You should have.
Let's see.
Oh, you didn't put that part of the script yet. Do you see my code?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're missing this bottom part. This part here. If touching tank bottom.
Oh. So I go
So you only have move 10 steps, and
So I have to
then
go
yeah,
to the if then?
yeah. You just I guess you didn't finish it. You have your if. You just have to put the condition.
Just touch
So touching is the first one.
bottom.
Hmm.
Okay. Change player health.
To go to variables.
Fail.
It's the orange block, the dark
wait.
orange.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
variables.
And then change. Uh-huh. Inside the if. Yeah, and
Wait,
then
is this
change.
one?
Yeah, it's not health. It's player health. Yeah.
It has a minus with this one,
Yeah.
right?
-1. Uh-huh.
Minus
Yeah.
1.
And
Now
then the last thing you need to do is delete this clone. So grab a
go to control.
yeah.
Where's this in the middle?
Try it out
Okay.
now.
You're not taking
Yeah.
any damage.
You are taking damage. See,
Yeah?
you have 2 health left.
Oh, we will. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now,
So you just have to wait for the other one to pop up and then let him shoot you. You have 1, and then
what happens if you lose?
if who moves?
If you lose?
Oh,
Like-
nothing happens. I mean, we haven't got there yet. That's what we're gonna do. Okay,
Oh.
so hopefully everyone is able to receive damage on our tank. So like I said, all it's doing is detecting damage and then subtracting by 1. Does anyone have any questions? Any problems? It's not working. Before we move on. Okay. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go back to tank bottom. So it's the first tank. The first sprite. Okay. And then here, since we set our player health to 5, now we have to check if our player health gets lower than 0. So if it's less than 0, we want to say you lose, so game over.
I'm not getting that.
So let's grab a control block, and we're gonna do forever, and we're gonna check if, and then we grab a less than sign. If player health is less than
Slow
0.
down.
Okay.
Is the if in the middle of the forever block?
The if, yes.
To the one.
So here, all we just added is forever. We're going to check if the player health is less than 0. Okay.
Like this? Go here. Where's the player health? Where do you go to player health? Control or variable?
It's on variables.
Like this?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Everyone else good? Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is, now that we're saying if player health is less than 0, what we're going to do is we're now going to show a you lose screen. Okay. And what this is going to be is we're just going to make a sprite, and it's going to say you lose. So let's click on the sprite right here where it says choose sprite, and we're going to click on paint. So we're going to go down here, bottom right, and then we're going to click on paint. Okay. And then in the paint, you're gonna what you're going to see. And then here, just go to the typing tool, so text tool, and you're just gonna type you lose. And I'm also going to put a giant black. Well, actually, you know what? I'm gonna put first the block, then the text. So I'm going to delete you lose, and instead I'm going to do a giant square. I'm going to make it black so you can't see anything anymore. So black. And
Wait.
I'm going to type the text here. I'm going to say you lose and change the text to white. Make it big. Like that. Okay. So yeah, just make a square, a huge square. It doesn't matter. Make sure. Sorry. Yeah, it does matter. It has to be outside here. This little white box inside. Once you have that white box, I mean, once you have that black box, do the typing tool and just type in "you lose." Don't worry if this doesn't cover everything. The reason why it doesn't cover everything is because it's not centered.
Okay. Then you go to the typing.
Yeah, the text
Then
tool. Make sure the color is white.
how do you do that?
On the top left, it says fill. Change it to white.
How do you change it to white?
Just bring your brightness up.
Hmm? Where's white?
Yeah,
That's
bring your
white.
brightness up and then saturation to 0.
How high? My brightness.
Brightness is all the way, and then saturation all the way low. That's how you get white.
How do I type?
You click and then type. So click in the middle, and start typing.
How do you make it big?
Just type it in. How just continue typing, and then once you're done typing, then you can make it bigger.
Okay.
Yeah. Now click your mouse tool. Yeah, and then make it bigger. Perfect. There you go.
I didn't want to click my mouse.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, and then for everyone else, you'll see that this is probably off-centered, or this is somewhere like this. So that's fine. Don't panic. What you're gonna do is make sure you click on the sprite. So it's gonna be called Sprite 2 or whatever else you named it. And then here your x is going to be 0. So change this x to 0, and then your y to 0. Okay. So x
What do
and
you
y
mean X?
say 0.
What do you mean X? Can you get
Yeah,
me
change your x. So it says x36. Change it to 0, and then y change it to, instead of 28, change it to 0.
and Y? Okay.
Yeah, so it can be fully centered.
It's still there.
Oh, your square is not that big. So can you go back to your costume? Yeah, can you click on one of your squares? So use your mouse tool.
What a costume. I'm already at costume.
Yeah. So click on your mouse tool.
Wait, go to code, then go
No,
back.
no.
And
Go
my
to,
costume, I have a few rooms though.
yeah, click on your mouse tool. No. The mouse tool is right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Click on that one. Now click on the big square in the background.
What?
Yeah. Just click that one.
This one?
Yeah, just click that one. No, yeah. Yeah.
Do you lose?
No. Click on the black square. No. Click on it, not left click. Right click, I mean. Left click. Yeah. That's fine. That's fine. And now make this big. Grab the big. Okay.
Lots of little ones.
Okay. And now make it bigger. Just get near the corner and then make it bigger. Yeah. All the way. All the way. All the way. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Up. Keep going up.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. All right. Anyone else has problems? Have problems with the project? With the loose screen?
I still have one more problem. When I play, look,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my opponents are.
Yep. We're gonna fix that problem right now. Okay. So no one has a question, so let's move on. So while you're on the loose sprite, let's click on code. So make sure you're on the code block. And what we want to do is we want to hide this. We don't want to show this until we actually lose. So we're gonna click. We're gonna grab an event block, and we're just gonna grab a looks, and we're simply going to hide. Okay.
So you go to the UL's code one, get
Mm-hmm.
a when I clicked,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks, let's hide. Get a hide.
Mm-hmm. And then when you press the flag, it's going to hide this sprite.
Okay. Now, does it pop up when I lose?
No, it's not going to pop up yet.
So, okay.
Okay. Now to make it pop up when you lose, the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna click on our let's see, on our tank bottom. So go back to tank bottom. Okay, and then here where we have the if block, what we're gonna do is we're going to broadcast a you lose. So we're gonna click on broadcast here where it says this yellow one, this yellow option, and we're gonna grab a broadcast message one.
What is that? See, broadcast message.
Okay, broadcast message one, and we're gonna put it inside the if block.
Is it a broadcast message one and wait, or just broadcast message?
Just message one.
Then?
Okay, and then here we're gonna customize our message. Instead of saying message one, let's click on this, and we're gonna click on new message. Okay, and the message that we want to say is lose or fail.
You lose?
Yeah, I guess you lose.
Lose. We should put a sad face up.
Okay, and just press OK when you're done. So here, when the player health is less than 0, you lose. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to stop all the scripts. So we're gonna scroll down just a bit on the orange, and it should be one of the last ones. It says stop all. So we're gonna put that here.
Stop all. Where?
Stop all. And put it right underneath broadcast you lose.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Once you have that, let's go to the sprite 2. So the black screen we just made. Okay. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab back to the yellow, the bright yellow ones, and we're gonna grab a when I receive you lose. So when I receive you lose, I'm going to go to looks, and I'm going to show. Okay. I'm only going to show, or I'm going to pop up when you lose.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
And also one more thing, we need to bring this to the front layer.
I can't find the
So
when
make sure you grab the purple block that says go to front layer.
Where's the when I see you lose? When I receive lose.
It's right there. When I receive you lose.
Broadcast you lose.
No, it's right there. It's right there. Yeah.
And go to couple and get show. Okay. How does it work? Oh, go to front layer 2. Where's that? Front layer. Okay.
Okay, everyone else, is this working for you guys? Okay. To see this in action, let's press the flag, and let us lose our health. 1, 0, and then it says you lose.
Well, I have 0 health and 10 2 health. Oh, it works.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it works only when we reach less than -1. So I mean, when we reach -1. So what we actually have to do is go down. Instead of do 0, we're gonna do at 1. So anything less than 1, which is 0, it's going to lose. So let's click on our tank bottom again.
Oops.
Yeah, let's click on our tank bottom.
It works for me.
Okay, and then instead of 0, we're gonna change this to 1. So if player health less than 1.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. All right.
She's
So yeah, so this is our current game right now. Our game has health. Once we reach 0, and then it loses. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to design our power-ups. Okay, so our power-ups, there have to be different sprites, and then these sprites are going to randomly spawn in the game. So to make these power-ups, let's click on the sprite. So click on choose a sprite, and we're going to draw a sprite. So paint. Okay. And then in the paint tool, you can we have to make 3 different, or actually 2 different power-ups, like a gun power-up and a health power-up. So health, of course, is going to heal you, and the other power-up is going to give you an upgrade. So first, let's do the health power-up. So here, I'm just going to draw a health. So usually a cross means it's going to be health. So you could draw your own if you want. You can just write health, or here I'm just going to draw a white box, so outline. Oops.
How do you not? Do you have to write it?
You don't have to write it.
What do you have to do instead of write it then?
You can make something like this, where this is my health box. So now these health boxes are going to be randomly in the game.
So you get a. How do you get a health? Oh,
A health what? No, you have to just draw it. I drew just 2 squares, and actually 3 squares, 1 red one and then 2 white ones. Okay, and I'm gonna draw another one. So I'm gonna make another sprite, and this is gonna be my power up. So I'm just gonna draw an arrow pointing up.
how do you get rid of this thing? I need help getting rid of this red thingy.
Getting what? Sorry.
Okay, nothing. Wait, how do you get? How do you do that white thingy?
You mean the cross?
Hey, yeah.
What power up is that?
This is just an arrow pointing up. This is just gonna give us a power up in our weapon, so a better weapon for a couple seconds.
Can it go like this? Can you do it like this?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Mhm. How do you do that? But it shows them. How do you put that away? Go to
You mean make it smaller? Just
no,
click on it, and then there's a thing called size.
Make that thing disappear.
No, no, you don't make it disappear. You just change the size. Change the size to 10. So it says 100. Just change it to 10.
Inch. How do you change the size?
It's one of the options says size. You see the size on the right
It's
hand
only
side?
size 10.
Oh, it's right here. Look.
Yeah, I know. What do you, what size?
Yeah, the size is on the right.
Wait, so where do I go?
It's right here on the right hand side. It says size. Look at my screen, and I'm hovering over it. It says size. Instead of 100, change it to 10. So you make it smaller. Yeah, there you go. Now it's a
Okay.
small thing in your game. Okay.
And then figure. And then okay. And then what do you do after that? Do you do
Uh,
another power up?
yeah, you need to do a.
How do you so okay. Hold on. And wash. And then what do you do here?
Just make a power up. I'm making an arrow, just symbolizing
Me?
a power up.
What type of power up is this one gonna be?
This is for a weapon upgrade.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, how do you do that? I want you to do that. You're doing it now. How do you make it like big like that? Okay.
Yeah. So something like this. Again, it doesn't have to be like 100%. It's something. Okay. Okay. So now I have my two power ups, my red and my green.
Okay, go to eraser. Oh, I can't erase that part. I'm gonna erase everything. That because I accidentally erased one of the parts, so I have to.
That's fine. I'll give you guys like maybe 2 more minutes to finish drawing your sprite. Okay.
Why is my mine frozen? Problem. I have a problem here. Um, so I so I went to Sprite 4. Go to Sprite 4. Let me go. Does this work? I was gonna waste it to waste part of it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
Okay, let's continue. Hopefully, everyone has their two sprites ready. So now what we need to do is we need to place them in the map. So it's going to be randomly placed in the map, and whenever you select one, it's going to give you that power. So let's start off with the easier one, the health. So let's click on the health one. Make sure you reduce the size. I reduced it to 10. Maybe you need to reduce it less or maybe a little bit more. Just depends on how big you made your sprite. So mine was pretty big, so that's why I put 10. Okay.
Mine is not walking.
So now let's go to the code, and we're going to make our object work.
What do you mean? Ouch.
Now, the first thing we're going to do is we need to place these things in the correct spot. So like we did with the other objects, I mean the other, what is it called? The spawn point. We're going to do the same thing with this one. This one is going to choose a random number, and then depending on that random number, that's the location where it's going to go. So we're going to go here, and we're going to say the flag. So when the flag is clicked,
When the picture of a flag is clicked.
okay, we're going to go looks. We're going to go to looks, and then of course always hide. Okay? We always hide the original one because we're going to make clones. Okay. So when the flag is clicked, I'm going to hide, and then I'm going to create a random, sorry, a block at a random time. So I'm going to grab a forever block because I want to forever, spawn these guys, and I want to say wait, and I'm going to pick a random number. So let's go to operators, and I'm going to pick a random number between, let's just say, 3 and 5. So every 3 to 5 seconds, again, you guys can change this number to a bigger number to make it a little more realistic. But for now, I'm just going to have it a lower number just to do testing, okay? So it's going to pick a random number between 3 and 5. And then once that's done, it's going to create a copy, create a clone. So we grab a created clone of myself, okay? So make sure you have this.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so once we have this, pick a random number between 3 and 5, we create a clone of myself. So we're good here. So now we need to deal with the clone. So when I start as a clone, first thing I want to do is I want to show myself. So let's go to looks, and I'm going to click show. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to pick another random number, and that number is going to be between 1 and let's just say 3. For now, it's just going to be 3. The reason why we pick three numbers, or 3 random numbers, it's because depending on what number it chooses, that's the location it's going to go to. So it's 1, it's going to go that location. 2 is going to be another, and 3rd, it's going to be somewhere else. Okay, so let's grab a variable. Let's go to variables, and then make a variable, and this is going to be a variable only for this sprite. Okay, and the variable name is going to be called random location. Random location. Okay, make sure you have that.
Where do you go to go to the variables? Which place is
Variable.
that? Variables. Variable. Make a variable. What is make a variable?
Yeah, and then name it. I call it random location, and then make sure it's for this sprite only.
Then I press OK.
Yeah. When you're done, press OK.
What's after that?
After that, the next thing we need to do is we need to pick that random number. So we're gonna grab a set block, and I'm gonna set random location to, and we grab a random number between 1 and 3.
Okay.
Okay. Now that we have random number between 1 and 3, we now need to check if if we chose that number. So here we're gonna grab a if block, and we're going to check. We're gonna grab the equal sign, and we're going to check random location. So we grab random location. If random location was 1, that means we're gonna go to this location. If random location was 2, and so on and so forth. So here, to make this easier, I'm just going to duplicate this and then put it like this. So this is going to be 1,
How do you
2,
duplicate?
and 3. Right, to duplicate, you right click. You right click on the block and you click on duplicate.
I get pick random location, and I put it in the box,
No,
right?
no, no. Random location is a variable, not a function. Yeah, operator, I mean. So go to variables.
Okay.
Mhm.
And then I get if then block.
No, you get a set.
Do I get an if block?
No, no, get random location. So the variable random location.
Random. And how about the
Yeah.
other one?
You get the green one. So let's grab a green one, and then it's an equal sign.
Is it a
So you see the one with the equal sign?
No. Oh. It has a 50.
Yeah.
Like that. Put
Mhm.
this there.
Mm-hmm.
This.
1.
And 1. And okay.
Okay, and then the 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Now can we try?
No, no, no. We're still not ready. Change it to 1, 2, and 3. You have 1, 1, 1.
Okay.
Okay. Everyone else, are we good? Does anyone have any questions so now? Okay. So now, what we're gonna do is we're going to grab those random locations, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our since we're doing our plus sign first. Let's grab our plus sign, and we're gonna move it, and then every time you move it, it's gonna give. If you go to motion, it's gonna give you a different location. So you see here, it says go to, and then a number. If I move that, if I move my block, that number changes. So we're gonna do that to change this location. So I'm sorry.
I don't know what that is. Go to X?
Yeah. So here we're gonna grab the number, and the first one we're gonna put it around here, and then that number is gonna change. So you're gonna see is go to this number. So all you're gonna do is grab that go to and then put it inside the first one. And then the second one, I'm gonna move it around here, somewhere around here, and that's gonna go to my next go to. So the second one. And then same thing with the third one. I'm gonna move my block somewhere around here, and that's gonna be my third one. So go to here. Okay.
Get another go to.
Okay, so all we're doing is we're sampling these locations. If you can't sample, all you can just copy my numbers. That's fine. Okay. Now, now that we have this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to set, depending on where we are, we're going to not set, sorry, we're going to check if the user touched us or the tank touched us. If the tank touched us, we're going to give the player some health. So here we're going to say repeat, or should we do forever? Nah, we're going to wait for a couple of seconds. So here we're going to wait for a couple of seconds. No, how are we going to do this actually? Hang on. Hold on, guys.
Where's the wait 1 second block? Variables?
No, hold on. Let's see.
Control. Wait 1 second.
Oh yeah, let's do this. I think it'll work. So yeah, so here on the control, it should be the first block, and we're going to wait. Let's wait. Let's give him like 5 seconds to look for us. Okay, so wait 5 seconds, and after we wait 5 seconds, we want to destroy ourselves. So here we're just gonna say delete this clone.
What do you mean destroy ourselves?
Destroy ourselves. I'm talking from the point of view from the health bar.
Delete the clone.
Yeah. Okay. So now that we have that, now we need to check if the user touched the clone. So we're gonna grab another when I start as a clone, and here I want to say forever check if we are touching tank bottom. So if we're touching tank bottom, what do we want to do? We want to give them some health. So let's go to variables, and then we're going to change player health, and we're going to give them, let's just say 3 health. And after we give them 3 health, we're going to destroy ourselves.
So
So we're
choose.
going to go to destroy delete is clone.
Wait.
What's that?
So I get a. Oh. So I get forever, then put an F inside. The F block inside.
Yeah.
I gotta delete this clone. Okay.
Okay. So once you have that, now it should work. So if you click the flag, it's going to randomly appear. So like mine just randomly appear. So if I go to it and I touch it, my health just went up. So now I have 5 health. I touch it again. Now my health is 8. Appear again somewhere. So now my health is 9. I touch it, and my health now is not 8. 6.
It's a shoot. Touched
Now it
it.
went back up. I wonder if we can shoot it.
Nothing's happening. How come nothing's happening? Wait. How you move around so quickly?
Yeah, it works. Mine works. I mean.
Can you help me get a different?
Yeah, mine works. So what's wrong with yours, Theo?
What do you mean get more health? I'm
So
not
if you
good.
touch the health, sprite, it's gonna give you more health. It's gonna heal you.
Where is the healing one? Can't find it anywhere.
Okay, press play. Press the flag.
I don't see anywhere.
You have to give it 3 to 5 seconds. There, it just appeared. You see the red thing? Yeah, now it disappeared. You see the red thing just appear?
Yeah. We got a difference. Whoa. So I'm not getting. How do you move around so quickly?
You use your the keys. Hey, you see the health? It's right next to you. Touch it. I just ran away.
Shadowing everywhere. Interesting.
Yeah, it's right there. You see it? It just appeared near you.
Ah,
Well, you have to be a little more nimble with your fingers. Okay, does everyone else have any issues? Does it work for everyone else?
Wait, but I accidentally did it on my power ups sprout.
If you accidentally did on your power up a sprite, that's fine. All you have to do is this: pay attention, Adam, to change it to the other the other sprite. Just grab each script, and then drag and drop it inside.
oh,
So kind of like what I'm doing, and then you put it.
the
I'm sorry.
projectile is different than mine. Mine is like a fireball, and yours is like a, it's plastic.
Did you see it, Adam?
Yeah.
Okay, so all you do is you move it and then delete it from the other one.
I yours different. Is yours projectile look different than my projectile?
Because we have different sprites. That's why I told you can just remix mine, and you'll have my projectiles.
What do you mean?
So remember the link I showed you? You can just click on remix, and you can have the new version that I had.
So what?
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Does it work now, Adam?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Min, does it work? I'll take that as a yes.
Okay. Now what?
Okay, now the next step, what we need to do is we're going to do almost the same with our power up, except our power up is now going to give us power up. So let's click on our 3 scripts on our sprite, and we're going to copy it into our sprite number 4. So do this. Just take a look at my screen first. Don't do anything. Just look at my screen.
So
So click on this.
this.
Oh, hold on. Click on this on your first script, and then click and drag it into your your power up. So click and drag it and let it go. Click and drag until you see it shake, then let it go, and then click and drag again, and then let it go. Okay. So when you get to the power up, you now should have exactly the same script. Okay. All we're doing is copying exactly the same script.
When I'm putting it in the power. Well, it isn't working when I put in the power up.
It's the 3 scripts that we just made inside the power up.
So I put this in the power up. Look.
Yeah, and that's it for now. We're waiting for everyone else.
And it comes right back where it was. It isn't working.
What?
I put it in the power up. It isn't working.
Yeah. So just click on. Okay, let me see what you're doing. Okay, what are you doing? And just put it in there. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to move it. It just copies it. So zoom out and then move your scripts.
Oh. Oh, okay. So.
Yeah, you see your scripts are all stacked onto each other. You can just right click on the white space and then click on cleanup, and it should clean up.
How do you do all this stuff?
Just click and drag it to the left.
Can you delete everything here?
Yeah. Right click on the white space. You see the white space? White space is anything that's white. Yeah, right click.
Which one is left? This is
Left click is on my right click is on the right.
This one?
Yeah, and then yeah, it says delete 48 blocks. No. Right click, delete 48 blocks. This is the last one. Do it again. The last one. Yeah. Yes. Okay. There we go. And copy it again and just do it once. Okay. So now that we have this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to now, instead of having a player health, we're now going to have a power up ID. Okay. So let's click on our bottom tank. Let's go to our bottom tank.
Where is that?
No, click on your bottom tank. Tank bottom.
Okay.
Yeah. We're gonna make another variable. So let's click on variables. And we're gonna click on make variable and make sure this one is for all sprites. And this one we're gonna call it weapon ID.
Weapon.
And yeah, weapon ID.
Do you do a space?
You can.
Okay. I have a weapon ID.
Okay, and just press OK when you're ready.
Okay.
When you're ready, when you have that, now we need to set. So just like we did with our player health, we now need to set our weapon ID. So we are going to go to actually, you know what? Let's go to tank top. Tank top. So it's the head of the tank. So click on your tank top.
Yeah.
Okay. So once you have a tank top, we're clicking on tank top, not tank bottom. Tank top. And in here, we want to click on. Well, actually, it's already there. When the flag is clicked, and it's going to have a forever block. And then here, all we're going to do is we're going to set. I'm going to put this set weapon ID to 1. Yeah, just put it there.
And the tank top is different than yours.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Just put yours there. No, that's fine. Don't erase it. It's fine. Just leave it there. Yeah.
What is that go front? How do I get
mine is right here. Yours is right there. It's the same thing.
Also, but why do I have anything else? That's all I have.
That's why I only have these 2 scripts too.
Wait, so you have my clip.
That's
Where's
fine.
the other one?
Just put it here. Grab a set block.
Okay.
Set my variable. Set up my variable. Change it to weapon ID. Set weapon ID. Yeah. Okay, change it from my variable to the weapon ID. You have the wrong variable.
Weapon?
No. It's yeah. Change it to weapon ID. There you go. Okay. Okay. So now this weapon ID is set to 1. So that means this is going to be our normal. When we shoot, this is going to be our normal weapon.
I'm supposed to get rid of this thingy?
No, you're not. Just leave it there. Like I said, just leave it there. Yours is there. Mine is here. They're exactly the same thing. If I do this, it's literally the same. There. So you can stop changing stuff. They just leave it there. Just leave it. Okay. So now here, what we're gonna do is inside our forever block, we are only going to shoot. We're only going to do the normal projectile if our weapon ID is 1. If it's 2 or anything else, now it's gonna get different. So here, we're going to grab an if block. So make sure you pay attention to what I'm doing here because this one's going to be very tricky. So we're going to grab the if block, and this if block is going to go inside the if here, and that's going to have the create clone and then repeat until. No, just create clone. Sorry. So here we're going to put it right here, and then remove the repeat until, and then put it outside. Okay. So make sure you do that. The if block has to be inside the other if, and the create clone is going to be inside that new if. Repeat until has to be outside the second if, inside the third, inside the first. Sorry.
You get the if block.
I don't know what you just did.
Okay,
You
so
get
pay
the if
attention.
block.
Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Look, this is what I did. Okay, this is normal. Okay, this is what we have. Okay, now what I did is grab the if block. Okay, to make this easier, do this. Grab your create clone, and we're gonna put it inside the if, and we're gonna put the repeat until right below. Okay, and then we're gonna put this back inside the if statement, if block. I mean.
Like this?
No, make sure your repeat has to be outside your if, not inside the second if. There. Up. Yeah, there. Leave it there. Perfect. That's what we want.
Okay.
Did you get it, Adam?
No.
Okay, let me go. Let me break this down slowly for you. So this has to be looking like this. Okay. So spread your blocks like this.
Shoot.
Yeah, because we just disabled shooting.
Shoot.
I know, we just disabled shooting.
Huh?
We just disabled it. We're gonna enable it right now. Did you get this, Adam?
Right now, I'm just doing it one by one.
Yeah. So here I have it broken down in my screen. So take a look at my screen. I have if, and I have create clone, and I have the repeat until. Do you have those? Have them separated, and I'll go step by step with you.
Do I get rid of forever? Go to tank bottom, point towards mouse pointer set, tank rotation to direction. Do I get rid of that?
No, that's a different script. This one you leave alone. This is the one you're touching. Don't touch this one. It's the other one. So you should have two scripts.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then another if. Yeah, I do have that. I have the things to break up the...
Okay, so now you have them broken them up. Now grab your create clone of projectile and put it inside the if.
Okay.
Okay, and now put the repeat until right under the if.
Okay.
Okay, and then put this whole block inside the if where it says key space.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and that's it for now. All right. The next thing we Min, do you have this? Do you have this, Min? Take that as a yes. All right, let's move on. So here on our if block, here we need to check if the ID is 1. So we're going to go to operators, grab an equal sign, and we're going to grab our projectile, our weapon ID, and then say if this is equal to 1, not 11, sorry, 1. Okay, and we're going to put this inside the if. So now our normal shooting works. Okay.
How do you? But I can't shoot though.
Did you put this? Let me see.
I can't too.
Ooh.
Yeah, because you didn't put the. Wait, what are you doing? You're putting the wrong. No, you didn't. You didn't put this block, Theo.
Oh, I think
You're
it's
supposed to put this block here. See?
get it the equal one.
Yeah.
Nani?
And then grab the. Good. Weapon ID. Yeah, perfect. And now regular shooting works. Okay. Now, this is the last part, guys. So just pay attention to this part. Now, the last thing we need to do is change our weapon ID. Instead of 1, now it's going to be 2. So now we're going to grab another if and put this one right below the other if. Okay. Make sure this repeat is out. Okay. So we're going to put the repeat right in between here. You guys see that?
That is an if block.
Yeah, an if block. Right in between our if and repeat until.
I don't know how to. Wait.
No, the if. Okay.
I don't
Stop.
care anymore.
Okay, stop. Okay, you know what we're gonna do instead? We're gonna remove this. We're gonna grab this whole if and then bring it out so you guys can see what's going on. Separate this. Okay, and then drag your repeat until out. Adam, do you have this? Separate your if and then you repeat until.
Okay. I got
Adam,
it.
you got
Okay.
it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have if weapon ID equals 1, and you're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab another if, and we're going to put this right in the middle. Okay? Okay, do you see that?
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to grab another equal sign and another weapon ID, and this time we're going to say 2. Instead of 1, we're now going to put 2. To duplicate the whole thing, you need to click on the green one, not on the orange one. Yeah, right click duplicate. Yeah.
Okay.
How do you
Okay,
do
and
it?
make sure you change it to 2.
Okay.
You got it?
Mhm.
Okay. Now, what we're gonna do next is we're going to go to what is it? Motion.
Okay.
And here we're gonna grab a point in direction, 90.
Point.
It's the blue one. Point in direction.
I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Oh.
It's right there. Yeah, you found it.
Point.
Did you find it, Adam?
Yes.
Okay. And this one we're gonna grab an operator. So let's go to the green one.
Hey,
And
one
we're
thing.
going. I'm sorry.
What about the repeat until block at the other one?
Just leave it there for now. Okay, just leave it there for now. And we're gonna grab a minus sign. Okay.
Okay.
And we're gonna go back to motion, and we're gonna look for scroll down until we see direction. It's its own variable. Okay. So we're gonna say direction minus 15.
Okay.
Direction all the way in the bottom.
Last one.
And then make sure it's minus 15. Okay. The next one is after we have pointed direction minus 15, the next one is just going to be point in direction, just regular direction. Actually, sorry. What am I doing? Just go to events. Sorry, not events, control. And then we're going to create a clone of myself.
Okay.
Okay. Now that we have this, we're just click on the blue one, right click on the blue one and duplicate the blue one where it says point in direction. And we're gonna put it right underneath create a clone. So right click under it and duplicate it. And then put it right underneath the create a clone of myself. Yeah, let it go. You got this, Adam? Okay, and this one, instead of -15, I'm just gonna put 0.
Okay.
So change this from 15 to 0. Okay. And then the last step is do it again. Right click on the point it in direction. And this time, instead of 0, it's going to be -15. -15. Okay. All right. Now that you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the repeat until, and we're going to drag it at the end. Okay. At the end, outside, right here. Not inside the clone. Okay. Once we have that, then we put all of this stuff inside the if key. Okay. Did you get that, Adam?
Yes.
Okay. So now when you do that, when you press play, you are back to normal. So you're shooting normal bullets or normal projectiles, sorry. Okay. And we're going to enable our power up. Okay, is everyone good here? Everyone has it? Okay, now let's go to the sprite number 4, the power up sprite, and we need to make some changes here. So let's click on sprite number 4, or the power up sprite, whatever you named it. I think most of you guys still have it as sprite 4. Okay, and in this script on sprite 4, instead of changing player health, we're now going to change this. So here where it says change player health, we're going to change it with set weapon ID to 2. Okay, and then delete this clone. Okay, so we're changing player health to weapon ID.
Are my bullets? Are your bullets purple?
What's that?
Are your bullets purple? I don't know if mine.
Well, anyways, so now when you press play and when you grab the power up, so the power up is going to be random. So when you grab it, now you can start shooting 3s. Oops. Oh, that's interesting. I think I have an error in my code, guys.
For me, it will not shoot anything. It will literally, like, I don't know what it will do. But if I collect it, like something weird happens.
Yeah, reason is because I have an error in my code. So that's why I said I have an error in my code. Can you guys go back to the tank top and then the code we just did? So you see here where it says create a clone of myself, we actually have the wrong one. Change it from create of myself to projectile. You have to create a clone of projectile. Do you see that? So change it from myself to projectile. Once you have that, now your power up should work. So let me test it on my side. So I grabbed my power up. So now I am able to, let's see.
I need a when I play my thingy, I can't even get over something. This is because it's bad. When I go forward, it just stops me. So.
Okay.
It's so hard.
Okay, guys, I made another mistake. I put the script in the wrong place. Aha. Okay, so do this, hold on, guys. Sorry, I messed up. Okay, grab this stuff. So the stuff we were working on.
I just working fine, and I don't really
No,
care about how it
it's not working fine right now. Okay, so drag it out, and what we're gonna do is remove the repeat until. Just leave it out, and we just need this part. Okay.
I don't really want to power up.
Okay. Well, this part has to go inside the projectile. So click and drag this into the projectile. Okay, because this actually belongs in the wrong spot. And then all we need is we need create a clone and just put it back to normal. Create a clone of projectile and just repeat until, and then delete this. We don't need this anymore. Delete this
Wait,
whole thing.
okay, so go to.
So drag everything into projectile, and just basically return everything to normal.
Wait, but what did you do on tank top?
That's why on tank top I removed the code that was here. I can't get it back because I erased it. Here, can you share your screen so I can show you?
Okay.
So I can guide you. Okay, let me see.
I'm gonna stop sharing.
Okay, this is. Okay, it's very confusing. Okay, so this is atoms, right? Okay, so let's see what you have, Adam. So what did you remove, Adam?
I removed this.
Okay, you put it there. Perfect. Okay, so go back to tank top. And what you need to do is you need to you need to put that repeat until inside the if. Yeah. And then I think you deleted one of your create clones. So let's go to creative clone. Go to control. And grab a create a clone of myself. And then put it right before repeat until. Before repeat until. There you go. Change it from myself to projectile. Perfect. Okay, that's it. That's all we're doing. That's all we did. Okay, the last part, guys. Sorry about that. That's where I messed up. So let's go back to projectile. And this is the stuff you should have dragged in. Yeah, you should have dragged in here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to change this. So here where it says point in direction, tank rotation, go to tank top, we're going to disconnect this. So we're going to change this to here, this point in direction. We're going to remove this and just have go to tank top. So make sure you have this. We're removing this one, point in direction, tank rotation. Okay. And instead, we're going to grab all this stuff and then put it inside here.
Wait,
okay?
What What did you remove? Because I can hardly even see your screen on like where like you share. I can hardly even see your screen.
Okay, so this is what I did. So this is what the normal script looked like. Okay, so this is the stuff you just copied, right? We just moved from tank top. So what we're gonna do here is just disconnect the repeat until, disconnect the point in direction, and then we're gonna delete this.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're going.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna delete that, and then we're gonna grab the stuff we just copied and put it inside tank top. Go to tank top, and then connect the repeat until on the bottom.
Okay.
Got it? Did you get it, Adam? Okay, so the last part we need to do is we need to point in the correct location. So here we're going to go to motion again, and then we're going to grab point in direction, and then replace it with create a clone on ID number 1. And instead of going to 90, we're now going to go to variables, and then change it to tank rotation. So point in direction, tank rotation. And we're going to do the same thing here. Instead of direction, we're going to remove direction, and we're going to put tank rotation. So tank rotation here, here, and here. I'm not saying anything.
Okay, now what do we do?
Okay, so now that you have that, our weapon ID becomes 2. So now we have point in direction. We do the correct projectile, and we need to do, let's see. I think that should be it. Let me test it out. It looks like it's only creating 1. That's interesting. It's not spawning 3, but it's spawning itself. Unless it's looping itself. This is interesting. Okay. Actually, let's spawn 3. Oh yes, it's spawning on top of each other. I see the problem. I think what we need to do is we need to create another ID. Let me check something out, guys. Let's see, projectile ID. Oh, we did projectile ID, right? PID. Let's see. So if PAD equals 0, I mean, yeah, 1, then we're going to create a thing. And then we have an if block. That equals 2, and then we're going to set PAD 2. Okay, let's try that out. Oh, I made a mistake again. Oh, no. That's right. Oh, no, set PAD 2. Okay. Set PAD to 1. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, my scratch just crashed. Aye. Hopefully I saved. My scratch just crashed, guys. Dang it. Okay, looks like my scratch completely crashed, and I don't think I saved. Well, what the problem was that the projectiles are creating clones of itself on top, and then every time you make a clone, because we're pointing at different directions, it points to those different directions quickly, and then creates clones on top of each other, and then that's where the problem is. So what we need to do is every time you spawn one of those projectiles, each one's going to have an ID. And then each ID, so because it's going to be either 1 or 2, depending on which one it is, that is going to create clones of itself. So that clone is going to create more clones of itself. That's a whole, the thing I wanted to do. I wanted to create 3 clones instead of 1 clone. But it looks like the way I was doing it was making one on top of the other, and then the other one on top of the other. So that's why it created a loop. And then on my page, it just crashed. So I am pretty sure I didn't save my stuff. So please save your stuff before you lose your project. So yeah, so that was the solution for that. I was like 2 steps away to solve that. I just figured it out. But does anyone have any questions before we stop here? No. Sorry about that. This thing just crashed on me and was pretty lame. Okay, guys. Since you guys don't have any questions, so that's it for today. Like I said, we what we did is we worked on the tank. We need health systems, and we did projectiles. Projectiles. The last thing we needed to do is just projectile ID, which is just like 3 blocks away to make this work. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, just you guys can continue working on this. You guys can change the sprites, and you guys can change the type of spawning, and that's you can just change the numbers around on the scripts. Okay, so that's it for today, guys. Thanks for coming, and then we'll hopefully see you guys next week.
Bye.
Okay, bye, guys. Take care.